I made me some Rex and I'm feeling myself. Louis V all on my checkerboard belt.
Hey you guys, so I'm back today with another video. I thought this video would be fun. I did not vlog today, but I do want to post something. So this video is going to be questions about me. I want you guys to get to know me better, but they're not really going to be like the typical like get to know me questions, you know, like
what's your favorite color? Do you prefer blue
like
lights or
that.
green?
These are going to be more interesting questions because I really want you guys to get to know me a little bit better. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1. It says, when did you screw everything up but no one ever found out it was you? Okay. So the first story that pops in my head, I actually have someone who can vouch for me, and it is one of my dearest, oldest friends. Her name is Andrea. If you're watching this, hey boo. But basically, when I was around 17, 18 years old, I used to work for a water softener company. And at that time, I was a manager of that water softener company. Not the company, I was a manager of the call center. Now listen, it wasn't a ginormous call center. There was probably like, I wanna say 6 to 8 employees. And I was in charge of our little group, right? But at this time, you guys, I was more into like my party scene. I was more into having fun. So I never made anybody work, really. I would always play one song continuously over and over. And it was by, oh my God, 3LW. It was called
Boom like an 808, circles like the figure eight. Tell me you guys don't remember that song. It goes boom, baby, boom.
Yes, that's how it used to go. Anyway, you guys, I would play this song on repeat and it would be so loud. How could anybody work with that song in the background so loud? So anyway, that's what I would do, right? This particular day, I was bored as F. Everybody was out for lunch. So it was just me in the call center room by myself. And we used to have this plant. And this plant was like a tall plant and had these big old like leaves on it. So your girl, me, I decided I was going to tear this plant apart. So I started ripping the leaves off of it, you guys. I started throwing, I'm so sorry. For anybody who's offended by me tearing up a plant, I apologize. I was an idiot back then. But I ripped the leaves off. I got dirt and threw it all around the office. I mean, I like legit made a mess, right? So everybody comes back from lunch and I'm also acting like I'm coming back from like being in another room. And I'm like,
Oh my God, who did this?
and no one's saying anything. They're like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like,
Somebody ripped this plant up, really? Like, who would do something like this?
I am like going in on these people, right? Finally, I made a threat.
If I find out who ripped up this plant, you are literally going to be fired. I will go to the higher ups and you are out of here. We do not destroy company property.
I mean, I like went in, you guys. So my friend Andrea is standing there in the back of the room like this. She knows it is me. I am like trying not to laugh, but you know, I can't laugh, you guys. I made this big ol' stink about it. So anyway, I'm like making a big ol' scene. So the end of my shift, Andrea's like,
You bitch, like I know it was you. This is so the works of Veronica.
yeah, it was me, you guys. I totally ripped up that plant for no apparent reason, just because I was bored. Anyway, nobody ever found out that it was me. The only person that knew was Andrea. And if you're watching this, please vouch for me that that's a true story, 100% true. Anywho, we'll move on. So yeah, that was one time that I screwed something up, got away with it, and nobody found out, except for Andrea. Okay, it says, what would you name your boat if you had one? Okay, I never really had a urge to have a boat. I actually get really sick. I get sick in a car, so I can't imagine how sick I would be in a boat. But if I had a boat, I would name it something really like, I don't know, I would say something that's very like spiritual. Maybe I would name it like Amethyst, or maybe I would name it like Mystic Sea. I don't know, something like that, you guys. I would just name it something with good vibrations. Know what I mean? Okay, let's move on. Question number 3. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10? Okay, you guys. My first instinct, you're gonna like be like, oh, whatevs. I would have to say Kim Kardashian. The woman is in her late 30s and she looks absolutely amazing. Whether you like Kim or not, you have got to admit that she looks gorgeous. Her body is perfection. Her face is perfect. You have to admit it, you guys. Whether you dig her or not, you have to admit she looks great. She's definitely a perfect 10. Okay, moving on. Okay, it says, what is the best and worst purchase you've ever made? So I would say my best purchase Nate and I have ever made would have to be our home. It's not that our house is big or extravagant or anything like that, but our house is perfect for us. Like, my children feel safe here. We're happy here. We have wonderful memories here. I would just definitely pick our house. That would be the best purchase. Something that would be a worst purchase. Something that would be the worst purchase. This is gonna sound really stupid, but the first thing that pops in my head would have to be these, like, you know, the holders I carry. They're not selfie sticks, but they're kind of like selfie sticks, and you use them to vlog with, right? Well, I've been getting this particular one from Walmart, and they always break. What happens is when you're trying to screw your phone in, like, you keep twisting, and it never stops. It just continuously twists. So I believe there's a name for that. I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, I've literally returned it like 3 times. But the stupid thing is I keep getting the same one because Walmart doesn't have any other ones. So yeah, that would probably be my dumbest purchase that I keep remaking. Okay, so the next question says, if you had to change your name, what would your new name be, and why did you choose that name? So you guys, I guess if I had to choose my name, I absolutely love names that both a boy and a girl could be called. So I think it's really cute, like, if a girl's name is Michael, or, like, I don't know, like Jordan. I absolutely love the name Jordan. Adrian's middle name is Jordan. We call him AJ, obviously. But I think, or even Adrian. Adrian would be a really cute girl's name too. So I absolutely love, like, unisex names. So yeah, I think I would pick Jordan. I just think it's just a hot name, you guys. I used to be infatuated with Michael Jordan, so I dig that name. I love the name Jordan. Okay, so the next question says, what are some things that sound like compliments but are actually an insult?
Slim thick.
I think slim thick. Like, I said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. I know that slim thick is actually a compliment, duh. But if somebody calls me slim thick, I'm like, what are you trying to say? Where am I thick at? What do you mean? Where? Because words like voluptuous, thick, those are all, like, kind of triggers for me. So I think that that is, like, a backhanded compliment. Like, yeah, girl, you're slim thick. Shoot. Anyway, that's what I choose. So the next one says, what's a body part that you wouldn't mind losing? You guys, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I am very top heavy, and I would really love not to be so top heavy. I don't mean to be disgusting or anything like that, but I am sick of buying large shirts, like extra large shirts, because I'm so busty. So if there was a body part that I could lose, I don't want to lose it completely. I would just like it to be smaller, more petite, more compact. That would be great. So I would say I'm top heavy. Anyway. Okay, what is your biggest screw up in the kitchen? Oh my God, this is a good one, you guys. I actually have a really funny story.
I know. So you're
I don't think you know. Let me tell you my screw up in the kitchen. So when I was younger, I was probably, I don't know, maybe middle school. I wanted to make cookies. So when I went to make cookies, I think you are supposed to use baking powder or baking soda. As you can tell, I don't cook. But what I did was, I think I put the wrong ingredient. I either did baking soda instead of baking powder. You guys, these cookies turned out to be muffins. They were so big. They fluffed up like freaking muffins, and they were disgusting. I put way too much salt in them. So they literally were the ugliest, nastiest cookies that I tried to make. Anyway, that was probably my biggest fail in the kitchen. That comes to mind.
What I thought you were gonna say is
What?
when you sliced your finger open that one time.
Oh, okay. So another time I was trying to cut a avocado, and I did not know this at the time, but Nate taught me this after I did it. What I was doing was, I had the avocado in one hand like this, and then I had the knife and I went like that into the seed. I went like that, and it went right through my hand, and oh my God, you guys, it went right in the palm of my hand, and I was freaking bleeding everywhere. It was the worst cut. It was total stigmata, and it was horrible. I did not know, duh, you don't go like this to try to get the seed out. Hello, you're supposed to put it in there and then twist and then it comes right out.
Or either you
Duh.
can, like, put it in like this and just grab it out like that.
Or that. Okay, so the other question says, what's the worst commercial you've recently seen and why is it so bad? It's an Apple commercial and the girl is like 9 foot tall and she's all skinny and lengthy and she just looks really effing scary. Like I really hate that commercial, you guys. It's really creepy. Anyway,
Do you know
that
why
one.
I like?
The next one says, what is the closest thing to real magic? Oh, I love this question. I have been so obsessed with, you guys know, I talk about it in every video. Manifestations, the law of attraction, putting it out there, you'll receive it back. You guys, that is the most magical thing I've ever heard of in my whole life. I believe in God. I am definitely religious. I pray, all of that stuff. But I definitely believe that the universe will give to you what you give out.
So when I say things like, I will be the best I can be, I will be successful at work, I am the best makeup artist, it's not because I'm being cocky. It is because I am putting it out into the world for it to for manifestations to happen, and that's it, you guys. That is truly magical, and I'm totally obsessed with it.
So I definitely believe that that is the closest thing to magic in this world. Okay, question number 13. By the way, 13 and 23 are my favorite numbers in the whole wide world. So let's do question number 13. What is the craziest thing one of your teachers has ever done? That's a good one, you guys. This is good. Listen to this. So I was in 8th grade and there was this guy in my class and he sat in front of me. And the teacher kept saying that this boy was talking. And I was saying,
He's not talking, and the teacher goes,
his name was Mr. Goddard. I remember Mr. Goddard. Mr. Goddard was like,
Excuse me? And I
he said he wasn't even talking, and Mr. Goddard tells me,
listen, I wasn't asking you, so be quiet.
and I said, but he wasn't even talking.
He said, what are you, his lawyer? I said, maybe. He said, that's it. You say one more thing, you're getting a detention.
I said one more thing. That's it, detention. I said, wow, another detention. Yeah, right, another detention. Oh my God, you can't, another detention. Another one. I was like, you cannot do that. That's another one.
I would be quiet if I were you.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, another one. You guys, I got 12 detentions in one period. Are you joking? That was the craziest thing that a teacher has ever done to me.
yeah, little to say. My mom had to come in and get those detentions removed, but I definitely had a week's worth of detentions because I didn't know how to keep my mouth shut. Just shut up, Veronica. Just shut up. Right? Duh. Shut up. Okay. Who is the messiest person you know? I would say my kids, you guys, but they're really not that messy. Like, they're really not. I mean, kind of, sort of, but for the most time, I guess they kind of pick up for themselves, or maybe I just pick up for them and I don't realize how messy they are. I don't know. I don't really know anybody that is super duper messy where I'm like, wow, you're disgusting. Like, ew. I really don't know anyone who's like that bad, right? Like, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind, or no one comes to mind. What problem or situation did the TV or movies make you think would be common, but when you grew up, you found out it wasn't? Oh my gosh. What problem or situation on TV or movies would you think would be common, but when you grew up, you found out it wasn't? I don't know, that like an alien would come down and you would befriend them and you would have to hide them in your room from your parents. Maybe I thought that would be a real situation when I was little, right?
No, Mom,
But
I know
obviously as an adult, that's just not gonna happen. So
No,
something
Mom,
like that.
Mom, I know one. It's when your goldfish turns into a human, but you have to hide it from your parents so the scientists don't take it from you.
There you go. That would be a situation. Okay. Question 16. What quote or saying do people spout, but it's complete bullshit? Oh, wow.
Bada boom, bada bing.
So I think this is like a mantra or something that somebody might say, but you're like, no, I don't believe that. How about the whole, don't roll your eyes, they're gonna stay like that? I think that's pretty BS, you guys. I'm sorry, but if I go, my face doesn't stay like that. I think that's pretty much BS.
Well, do you know what's the funny part? Do you know
Okay, you guys, so the next question says, what is something your brain tries to make you do, but you have to will yourself just not to do it? You guys, I have really bad eczema to where it almost feels like I'm allergic to the sun. I mean, in the summertime, it gets horribly bad. Like my arms, I don't know if you guys can really tell, but they are pretty, you guys can kind of see it. They are pretty scarred from all the scratching and stuff that I do. I mean, it literally gets horrible in the summertime. My chest, all that jazz. So I have to will myself not to scratch, because if not, I will look like a freaking meth addict. Like I will be all scratchy and like, ugh. Yeah, so I definitely have to tell my brain, do not scratch your arms or your chest. You will look crazy. And I do, I look crazy. Okay, the next one. What is the dumbest way you've been injured? I think I already told that story earlier when I said about the knife. That was pretty stupid. Oh, I got another one, you guys.
You're gonna have another one.
This one was pretty recent. I decided that I was going to go for a jog. No, it was a walk. It wasn't a jog. I was going to go for a walk, and I decided to go in slides. So I was wearing my slides. It was summertime, and all of a sudden I lost track of time. I didn't know what time it was. And all of a sudden I hear my son's bell ring at the school. So the school bell is going, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to rush home because there's nobody here at the house to let Adrian in. So I start running and booking it really, really fast. And all of a sudden, you guys, my slide went under me like that, like it bent, and I biffed it like so bad. My knees were all scraped. I think if you guys have been with me a long time, you remember that. My knees were all jacked up. I broke my phone. Excuse me. It was pretty stupid, you guys. It was a dumb move. Like, who goes for a walk in slides? Like, duh.
Mom, I think I know mine. Mine would probably be when I was running and I somehow tripped on a pebble.
A pebble?
Yeah, I somehow tripped. I don't know how, but I did.
Well. Okay, this one says, what is something ridiculous that someone has tricked you into doing or even believing? Mine is when I was little. I was a little girl. My mom would always sing a song to me, and she would sing it to me, and it would make me happy, and I would love it. And I always thought that she made this song up. But little did I know, this is a popular song. And it was,
Oh, sweet pea, won't you dance with me? Won't you dance with me? Oh, sweet pea, won't you be my girl? Won't you be my girl?
I thought my mom made that up for me. I really, honestly, truly, I thought she made it up, you guys. No, she did not make it up. That is a popular song from the 50s or 60s. I don't know, but it's a popular song, and my mother did not make it up. We'll move on. That was like mind blown to me. That was really a mind blown. Let's go on. If you were given 1 minute, wait, hold on. If you were given a 1 minute ad slot during the Super Bowl that you couldn't sell, what would you fill it with? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
If you were given, hold on. If you were given a 1 minute ad, a slot during the Super Bowl that you couldn't sell, what would you fill it with? I think I would just fill it with my YouTube channel and be like, go support Veronica Dizzle. Go on my Instagram, Makeup by Dizzle. Go watch my vlogs, you guys. I do some really fun reaction videos. Go check it out. That's what I would do.
Boy.
What is the most useless talent that I have? You guys, I don't really have any talents. Useless though? Come on. A useless talent that I have. I don't know. I can't do anything cool. I can't like touch my tongue to the tip of my nose. I can't like curve my tongue in.
Oh, I think I know mine. I know one.
What's yours? Okay, come show them yours. This is Adrian's. He could flip his tongue. Go ahead. Get closer. They can't see. He could flip it sideways, you guys. That's a pretty useless talent. I can't do that. No. Okay. It says, where is the worst smelling place you've ever been?
Oh, I know.
A place that you almost threw up. Yeah, that place. I got a good one. One time we were going to go get our taxes done, and you guys, this is our regular tax guy. Xavier, my oldest, who's 17 now, he was probably about 2 or 3 years old. And we go in the tax place, and you guys, it smells pretty musty in there. So my son, loud as heck, tells our tax guy.
He's like, why does it smell like a fish tank in here?
I was like mortified, but it did. It smelled like a fish tank. It was kind of funny because it was like musty and it smelled like fish. And there's my kid like, why does it smell like a fish tank in here? Dead. I wanted to die. It was really embarrassing.
No, Mom, I think the place what I hated was back probably in kindergarten. Like there's just this like corner what smelled like disgusting. It had like trash in that like just one corner. It was like
Great.
It smelled disgusting.
What is an achievement that you are so proud of, but most people would consider silly or weird? I don't know, you guys. I think something that I'm proud of is, but I don't know if anybody would think it was silly. Maybe. I guess if somebody wasn't into makeup or the artistry of makeup, they might think it's a silly, and they might not think it's a big accomplishment. But for me, it was pretty big. I have all of my certifications done through MAC. So I am a certified MAC artist, and I felt pretty accomplished with that. I got certified probably within a year. And I had a lot of certifications to complete. So yeah, I was really happy with that, and I felt really proud of that. But I think if you weren't really into makeup or you really didn't understand it, you probably wouldn't think it was that big of a deal. But to me, it was a big deal. So yeah. All right, you guys, I have been on here for a long time. If you guys want to see more of these types of videos, just let me know and I will do more, because there is a ton of questions, you guys. But thank you so much. I'm sorry?
Well, let's do one more to end off this video.
Okay, one more. Go ahead.
Okay. What are we on? What are we
Go
on?
this way.
Oh God.
Let me see.
What are we on? You pick it.
What part of your culture are you most and least proud of? Wow, you guys, that's kind of a good question. I'm Hispanic, so I am super duper proud of my Hispanic culture. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and where I live, it is super cultural here. A very, how do I word this? Like a Latin, Hispanic-based community, and I am extremely proud of that. I love everything about our culture. I love the people. I love the food. I love everything about it. There's really nothing that I'm ashamed of. Yeah, there's really nothing about my culture I'm ashamed of. I'm super proud of my culture.
And also, it's coming in. If you guys want to answer your question down below in the comments, you guys could answer your questions too.
Oh yeah, if you guys have any questions, or yeah, if you guys want to answer some of these questions down below, you totally should. I would love to hear your guys' answers. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all way too much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Lashes off.
Okay.
Weave off. Imagine I just start pulling everything off.
Yeah,
I like take off my arm. I'm all arms off. Take off your leg. Yeah, baby.
Just walks out like an actual potato recording it. Just a real life potato.
Turn it off, please.